I'm concerned that you're pulling people over for not doing a goddamn thing wrong. I'm not detained. What do those lights mean? You have me detained on the side of the road and you don't want to listen to me? Get back in your office, Chief, and hide. Hide like the coward you are.
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. In February of 2023, Foshin from This Is a Public Service had a scheduled appointment with Chief Umberger of the Deland Police Department about getting a trespassing order rescinded.
I'm doing better than I deserve. How about yourself? I've got a meeting with the chief.
Oh, okay.
He was eventually greeted by Sergeant Salmon.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. Sergeant Salmon.
Yeah,
we dealt. Yeah, down at the office. So I understand you're here to meet with the chief.
Yep.
I've been asked that in order to come inside, you leave your cameras here, or on top of that drug box and video camera, or out in your vehicle or something like that. Just can't have you bringing any cameras inside of the secure facility.
Foshin elected to instead hold the meeting in the public lobby to be allowed to film, so Sergeant Salmon directed him to a private room to wait for the chief. But while waiting, he was greeted by Inspector Fariz Mohammed and a woman named Casey from the Social Security Administration.
This guy should be able to answer any questions you got.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Good. Nice seeing you again.
Good to see you, Mr. Mohammed, correct?
Correct. Fariz Mohammed.
Yeah.
And this is Special
Hi, my
Agent.
name's Casey.
Hi,
I'm with the
Casey.
Social Security Administration.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, so today's real simple. I'm just here to issue you some United States District Court violations. It's going to be for Deland, Kissimmee, and Orlando SSAs. Okay. So the first one is going to, and it's going to be 2 citations times the 3 locations.
Okay.
Right? So the first one is going to be unauthorized taking of photos on premises without permit or agency permission. The second one is going to be failure to comply with directions of other authorized individual and signs of prohibitory or regulatory nature. Okay. All 6 of these citations are going to be mandatory court appearances. So you'll get it notified by mail, or you can communicate with the court for a court date.
Foshin was issued 6 citations and a trespass warning, and now he asks for his scheduled meeting with the chief.
I gave you that trespass warning, so you got everything you need from us, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the chief, this was just a ruse to get me here? The chief's not going to come speak with me?
I mean, I could call and see if you wanted to.
What do you mean wanted to? I set up an appointment to speak with him.
Right. Well,
So that's what this was. This was a ruse.
This was the business that you needed to handle, was getting a copy of the citation, or the trespass warning, right?
No, that wasn't why I was here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I didn't know.
And the chief knows that.
Okay.
So,
Well,
so is the chief coming down?
No.
The chief was never coming down, was he?
No.
Huh? You guys are out of control. You don't
Sorry
care
you feel
about
that way.
It's not a feel, man. You guys you're out of control.
Okay.
I was complying with the law.
Right. I understand, and I understand your frustration.
You're not interested, though.
I'm not. I gotta go.
Yeah,
so
you're not interested.
I'm not.
Yeah, you seem like a good guy, and now
I
you're
try to be,
showing.
man.
Yeah, but now you're showing your true colors. You're showing us that the gang of the Deland Police Department only cares about violating rights.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
It's not a feel, man. It's clear.
Okay.
It's clear. Violating rights.
Okay.
You guys don't care about the oath that you swore to the Constitution. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I don't know how you sleep at night. I don't know how you sleep at night, man. It's f***ing gross.
All right.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna beat all this shit.
Good.
Yeah, it is good.
Fast forward to September of 2024. Foshin is driving in Deland, and after noticing a police cruiser appear as though they are following him, he pulls over at a public park. While there, he activates his dash cam, a 360 camera, and a wireless microphone. He then leaves the park, only to see the officers pass by as they enter the park. They quickly turn around and get behind Foshin, so he pulls to the side of the road and parks again to allow them to pass. Now pulled over, he waits for Officers Alfonso and Amat to approach.
Hey, how's it going, man? Officer Alfonso with the Deland Police Department.
What'd you pull me over for?
For a well-being check. That's all it is.
Oh,
I saw
well,
that once I got behind you, you keep turning off, and then
a well-being check, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure you're okay. You keep pulling off the road and coming back on the road and stuff, so I'm trying to see if you're having a medical emergency or anything like that, that's all.
You're pulling me over. You're stopping me from what I'm doing because you're concerned. Because did I commit a crime?
I said I'm just doing a well-being check on you.
Did I commit a traffic infraction?
No, I'm just doing a well-being check.
Is this what is your name?
Officer Alfonso with the Deland Police Department.
Who's the other officer?
What is it?
Who's the other officer?
Officer Amen. He's right over there. Just doing a well-being check on you, man. You keep.
Yeah. I'm Do you have a supervisor on duty?
I can get a supervisor.
I'd like a supervisor over here.
Give me a minute. All right, I have a supervisor coming in.
Is this something that you guys typically engage in?
What is it?
Is this something that you guys typically engage in?
We conduct well-being checks all the time whenever a car, if we see that a car is doing some type of maneuvers or anything like that.
What maneuver was it that
You said that you kept pulling off and on onto the road and all.
How many times did I pull off the road?
It was a total of 2 times that you did that, so I was trying to check.
Is this the second time, the traffic stop?
No, the second time was when you pulled off into the Stetson field.
When was the first time?
The first time, it was by the potato patch, if you know where that is. That's right down there by the Dixie Lodge. I don't know if you're from the area.
Really?
But
Is that on video?
it is actually. My dash cam reports up to a minute before anything happens.
Anything happened, so when did you start recording?
It's a minute before the
lights turned on? So I was in that Stetson lot for more than a minute.
I was just doing a well-being check. The supervisor's coming. Okay, he's gonna.
Well, I mean, you're the one that pulled me over. You've got me.
Well, you requested a supervisor.
Because you've got me over here on the side of the road.
Yeah, for a well-being check. That's what it was. Yeah,
so how long do you need to conduct your well-being check?
This was it, but you called the supervisor, so I'm just waiting.
Because you're illegally detaining me on the side of the road, sir.
I'm just doing a well-being check. I never say you're being detained or anything.
Sir, I'm not detained. There's lights on behind me. You pulled me over to the side of the road. How am I supposed to believe that I'm not being detained?
Likely afraid that they screwed up, Officer Alfonso claims that Foshin was not detained. A welfare check is a community caretaking function which allows officers to stop a vehicle without suspicion of criminal activity if they believe that the person inside the vehicle may be in need of assistance or in danger. But in order to lawfully conduct a welfare check on a motorist, the officer must be able to prove that reasonable concern for the motorist's safety existed at the time of the check. Observing a vehicle parking lawfully at multiple locations over several minutes would not be sufficient grounds to seize a person and their vehicle, but Alfonso still says it wasn't a detention. Florida Section 316.1935-2 states that any person who willfully flees or attempts to elude a law enforcement officer in an authorized law enforcement patrol vehicle with agency insignia and other jurisdictional markings prominently displayed on the vehicle with siren and lights activated commits a felony of the 3rd degree. Furthermore, in United States v. Mendenhall, the U.S. Supreme Court set forth the standard that a person is seized within the meaning of the 4th Amendment when, in view of all circumstances surrounding the incident, a reasonable person would have believed that he was not free to leave. This case established the reasonable person standard, which has since been applied in cases involving police lights and similar signals. Now, Mendenhall didn't itself specifically involve flashing lights behind a vehicle, but the principle from this case has been used in many later cases, such as United States v. Chappell, to argue that police lights signaling a vehicle to pull over or signaling behind a parked car constitutes a seizure.
Like I said, my supervisor's on his way. Well, go ahead and talk to my supervisor. You would have been free to go now because I see that you're doing perfectly fine, but you called for my supervisor, that's why.
I'm concerned that you're pulling people over for not doing a goddamn thing wrong.
Okay. Well, my supervisor...
I'm concerned that you're detaining people on the side of the road for no good goddamn reason.
Well, we're just doing a well-being check on you.
I'm not real concerned about your well-being checking me. You're pulling citizens over on the side of the road for their well-being? Is that what I'm to understand?
We can do that. We can do that.
You can do that, huh?
Might be having a medical issue.
What kind of medical issue would somebody have pulling over on the side of the road?
Like I said, you pulled over more than once. I was trying to make sure you were okay.
I don't like to be followed by police.
Okay. It's a public roadway. You're allowed to follow you if I wanted to.
Yep. And I guess you're allowed to illegally detain me too, huh?
I never said you were detained. I said...
Sir, I'm not detained. What do those lights mean?
You can leave right
Okay, when an officer pulls behind you, you rude motherfucker. You see what's going on here? I'm in Deland. I got pulled over for a well-being check. They want to check my well-being. I got a supervisor coming here.
8 minutes into the detention, Sergeant Salmon from earlier arrives and approaches the window.
How's it going, man? How do you think it's going? Is it Sergeant still, Sergeant Salmon?
It is.
Why are your officers pulling people over for no crime?
Okay, so he was conducting a well-being check on you. You were
Come on, man.
some concerning
behaviors, like pulling to the side of the road safely in a safe manner.
Okay. He said you did so several
not violating any traffic infraction. You have me detained on the side of the road, and you don't want to listen to me. Sergeant, where the f do you get off behaving like this?
I'm leaving.
Where do you get off detaining somebody on the side of the road when they ask for their goddamn supervisor? You walk away in fucking shame.
Not ashamed.
You guys are fucking ridiculous.
I won't entertain
Fuck you. Do your job better, officer. Piece of shit. Fuck off. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, I just got pulled over. Did you hear what he said? It was a well-being check. He pulled me over for my own well-being. Unfucking believable. And then I wouldn't stop talking. And since I wouldn't stop talking, that enraged the sergeant, and he could no longer listen to the person complaining. These fucking assholes.
Foshin goes live after the stop and heads to the Deland Police Department to file a complaint.
Alright, we're gonna go to the PD. How about that? You guys wanna go to the police department? We're gonna go to the police department and we're gonna complain about this shit.
Hello, sir. This is Jeff Gray with Honor Your Civil Rights Investigations. I was calling because I'm concerned about your well-being. Are you feeling okay, sir? Do you need some help? I'm not trained to help you in any way, but, you're like a cop. I could offer you help. Give me a call, man. This is Jeff Gray. Bye.
Foshin speaks with the receptionist and asks to speak with the captain.
I was just illegally detained on the side of the road by one of your officers.
And what's your first name?
I just want to talk to a captain about the illegal practices of the department. This is like pattern of practice of violation of civil rights. Guys are out of control.
After waiting for several minutes, the receptionist returns.
I can either take your name and number and have someone give you a call back.
The captain's not here?
No, there's no.
His car's here.
Captain Quinn?
He's not. No one is answering.
His car's here though.
So you can call his assistant and see if she can coordinate something with you.
Can't you just call her?
Like I said, no one is answering.
No one's answering, so you're giving me a number so nobody can answer my complaint?
She either left for the day or she's probably on lunch.
Okay, but he's here, so I mean, can I get another officer to go get him something? Like I need a supervisor. I'm not sure, maybe I didn't convey the importance of the situation. I was just illegally detained on the side of the road in a violation of my civil rights.
Okay.
What's going on? Oh, Lieutenant, that'll work. Lieutenant, why are your officers pulling people over on the side of the road for not committing traffic infractions?
What are we talking about?
I was just pulled over. I can't remember the guy's name. You can text Sergeant Sam, and his rude ass showed up there to, I guess, to de-escalate the situation, but instead it was only to be further rude to the person that they have detained illegally on the side of the road. So I've got to complain about Sergeant Salmon. I've got to complain about whoever the officer was that pulled me over for not committing a fucking crime. What is Deland doing?
So I can put you in touch with professional standards, you can file your complaint through them. Well, it's my option.
That's it, huh? That's it. You guys don't give a fuck, do you?
I'm not cussing at you.
I have free speech. Rightfully, I am swearing because my civil rights were just violated, and you're telling me I'm not cussing? Yeah, you're not cussing. Of course you're not cussing. You're not upset. You don't give a shit.
Would that be, if an officer did stop somebody for no reason,
I'm not gonna sit here.
see, that's the problem right there. And I knew you were gonna say that, which is why I said that. That's the problem. That's why people are angry. Because when you know that someone, not just you, but this is so common in law enforcement, when someone in law enforcement does something they're not supposed to, listen, and we come to you, would that be wrong? And you ask a supervisor like you, a lieutenant, hey, is that wrong? Should that happen? Hey, I'm not gonna comment. Not gonna comment because of that damn blue line.
I'm not going to comment because I'm not educated on the situation.
No, here,
Can you assume what I said is true, though, just for the sake of argument? Isn't that the empathetic thing to do with the public?
I didn't ask you about his situation. I'm saying if an officer stopped a car with no probable cause, just to say, are you okay? Are they allowed to do that?
No probable cause or any other issue, no.
So in a case like that, just to, hey, I just want to make sure you're okay, that can't happen, right?
There is extenuating circumstances.
But minus any of that.
No, if it's just a random stop without probable cause, then there's an issue.
That's what I'm looking for, and that's always a breakdown that we have. When I ask you things like that, you always say, I'm not going to comment, but that's what I'm talking about, right and wrong.
2 days after the stop, Foshin is joined by James Madison Audits at the police department and again asks to speak with the captain or the chief.
Sorry, the message I'm getting is they're not available.
They're not available?
Not available. That's all you will call us trying to make an appointment or whatever, but that's
I've gone down that road before.
that's the message I'm giving them.
Who gave you that message?
The chief.
The chief gave you the message that the chief's not available?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, they're not available.
nice.
Wow. That really just happened?
I'm giving you the message I was asked. That's all I can do, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm just, I'm all,
You. You're not.
yeah, no, I'm not,
I appreciate that.
it's just a state of shock I'm in.
That's all I can do is pass on the message.
Thank you.
You gave me a message, I delivered the message. I got a message, I delivered it back.
I appreciate
All right,
it.
guys.
And both of us are doing free well-being checks with agents of the state here, and I just want to make sure you're okay and everything like
Absolutely.
that. No suicidal thoughts, nothing crazy
No,
like
I'm
that.
good. Thank
Haven't
you.
been drinking today.
Not today. Thank
Everything
you
good with
very
you?
much.
I'm fine.
You're fine. You look down and to the right like that. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm 100% okay. So this
Okay
is,
or good?
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, that's the phone. That's all the extensions. Thank you. Who did you confirm that it was okay to make a copy of that?
Huh?
Who did you confirm with that it's okay to give that?
The supervisor.
What's his or her name?
Lieutenant
Lieutenant is his name?
Mathis.
Mathis. Okay, Mathis.
Is he right back there in that little room?
He is.
Could you just pop in there and ask him to come out and have a conversation with me? We spoke, do you remember me from the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he told me that something was gonna happen. I just wanna follow up on that maybe. But this is great right here.
Yeah, and okay is right in the median. Are you?
I'm good.
You're good. All right, that's better. Thank you.
Eventually, Lieutenant Mathis appears at the window.
Did you have an opportunity to watch the footage? No? When we left each other, you mentioned that somebody was going to reach out and give me a call. I gave you my number. I seemed very concerned that day, right? To you, in your perception?
Where was it?
I did seem concerned to you, though, right? And
You're not concerned to come in here, so
yeah, absolutely. And you told me that somebody was going to reach out to me.
I forwarded your information up to where it needed to go.
Where did it go?
But that portion was sent to Captain Dice.
Captain Dice. So it's Captain Dice that has chosen not to follow up with me then? You delivered the message and said that I would like to speak with him about this, right? And did he relay any message to you? You just received your message? Did he confirm the receipt of your message?
Yeah, he received it.
Did you, I'm sorry for the cryptic, but you're kind of being cryptic yourself, so I'm forced to. Did you send him an email? You sent him an email, and then he confirmed that email, is that correct? Can I make a public records request?
Let me guess. That email and communications and
Yeah, I'd like those emails. Do you have a mind like Rain Man? You got all my info still?
Not hard, you've only sent in 100 things.
Is that how many I've sent in?
Seen your email come across my desk enough.
How many times have you guys actually fulfilled my record request out of those hundreds?
Don't know. I don't fulfill the majority of what you request.
Yeah, I don't ever get them.
If you request a body camera and stuff like that, that's not one.
Yeah, I request all kinds of stuff, but the problem is I don't ever get it. So I have to keep coming back in here, and maybe that's why you see my email, is because this is another thing. You guys aren't following the law there either. Chapter 119 is the public records law. I follow it to a T, and I can't get public records. I drive around in the streets, and I get pulled over, I guess, for my own well-being. I can't believe you didn't take the time to look and see what happened after I came in here. It's outrageous that you don't care, that you care that little about what's going on in the city. You have other things to do. Okay, fair enough. Well, you've got my request. I'd appreciate the record.
Still chalking them tires? Yeah, sometimes.
Actually, could I have one more thing? Could you add the chief's calendar? His schedule?
Really? Yeah.
I'd like a copy of that.
Don't touch your own.
The whole month of September, his calendar. All right? I appreciate it. So, Lieutenant, is it just something like you do, what you're doing? So
I looked at your background too. You got to see your records on.
So it's not something that you're concerned about?
No, not here in Volusia.
Have this conversation.
What?
I'm not going to go back and forth. Have your.
I'm asking you a specific question.
Smart ass.
Why do you engage with us like this? Am I trying to engage unproductively with you?
Hey, Lieutenant Mathis, I want to find out what he meant about me. This pointed at me and said, I don't beat my wife. That guy right there. Is he under your supervision or is that somebody else? He's not under mine?
No, he's not under my supervision.
So what does he mean by I don't beat my wife?
I have no idea.
You don't know what he means? Who is his supervisor?
He falls under Sergeant Marino.
Let's get him. I'm doing a free well-being check. Are you okay? You okay? Can you hear me? Is everything okay? Do you think I beat my wife? You don't know. He said, at least I don't beat my wife, and pointed at me. What does that mean?
No idea.
What do you mean you don't know?
I didn't hear the conversation.
Oh, okay.
He was busy in here not listening to me.
Yeah.
Exactly. At least you admitted it.
I have your request. What's up?
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm good on the skateboard thing. Thank you.
Were you going to get his supervisor like he asked?
I'll request him.
Is he here today?
I'm not sure. He doesn't work for me.
Okay.
I don't know what everybody else is doing. I focus on
Super disconnected around here.
Yeah.
So I focus on what I'm.
Would you ever say that to a citizen? At least I don't beat my wife when they haven't been convicted of anything? That's a question for you. Would you answer that?
No, I'm not answering more questions.
You don't want to answer that question, so you would do something like that.
What you need, and I'll request supervisor.
Do I wait here, or what do I do?
That's up to you.
No, I mean, you got to give me a time frame there, Mathis.
After speaking with Lieutenant Mathis, Foshin happens to see the chief outside as he was leaving and confronts him.
Is that something that you guys can do? Pull people over without probable cause?
This is a public service.
Yourself? Is that more about your oath? That oath that you know a lot about? Did you tell your officers about the Fourth Amendment?
I got a question for you.
I've got a question for him, and he's not answering.
You're not answering my question.
I don't care.
How much money are you making on your YouTube channel? You make a lot of money on YouTube.
No, it's not about money.
Don't you make about 20,000 a
I don't even think you know who I am. You must not know who I am.
a lot of money on YouTube.
Yeah, I make a lot of money.
You're getting rich.
I'm getting rich on YouTube. Are you guys getting rich violating civil rights?
Yeah, that's what you do.
I violate civil rights, or you guys do?
I see. You make a lot of money.
Yeah, I make a lot of money.
Pull the door shut on me.
Very interesting. Just trying to find
You proud of yourself, Chief?
Why your guys?
We're allowed upstairs.
Get out of this elevator.
Why?
Back up.
Why?
I'm going somewhere. You're getting in my way.
Am I allowed to go up the elevator?
Not this elevator. You're not.
Oh, no?
After the chief blocks James and Foshin while claiming that they were preventing him from going where he was trying to go, the chief is found on another floor of the building.
That's right. Coward.
You on 2 or 3?
I'm on 2. They're making for some back exit. I think so. Outside and to the right. You're gonna run away, Chief? You gonna run? You can't use words, huh? You gotta run away like a coward? That's your favorite thing, running away like a coward. Maybe if your officers just upheld their oath, it wouldn't be an issue. Run back into your little gang lair, Chief. Run back in there like a little bitch. Did you guys see the video? Is that okay? You guys behaving like that? Is that okay? Is that okay for your officers, Chief? No comment, huh? Your officers can just do whatever they want, huh?
And also, we've had several calls at his house for disturbances over at home. We'll find out about that.
There he is, the shameful chief. Too much of a coward to talk about the malfeasance of his officers out there violating people's rights, but he doesn't care. Get back into your gang lair, Chief. Get back in your gang lair, you coward. Yeah, he thinks he knows something about somebody. Get back in your office, Chief, and hide. Hide like the coward you are. I can't wait for the next city council meeting. I cannot wait for the next meeting. I'm gonna make you look like such a fool. You stupid motherfucker. Yeah, fuck off, bitch.
Be sure to check out This Is a Public Service to see future updates on this case. He is still fighting the 6 citations he received at the beginning of this video. In the links below, you'll find his oral arguments as he is representing himself. And as he waits for the court's decision, let me know in the comments what you think of the actions of the Deland Police Department. And of course, if you like this video, check out another episode linked on screen.
I was calling because I'm concerned about your well-being. Are you feeling okay, sir? Do you need some help? I'm not trained to help you in any way, but, you know, you're like a cop. I could offer you help.